my channel and welcome to Menu Monday. If you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to do 4 new meals. One is the Low Country boil, which I have shown on my channel before, but I love to keep updating it for the newer viewers. The other 3 I've not done before. One is pork chops, one is a pork loin, and the other taco egg rolls, which I don't think I've ever worked with egg rolls before, so that was a learning curve, but came out really good. So without further ado, let's go cook. Now to use some of the pork chops I got on last Thursday's food haul. If you haven't seen that, be sure to check that out. I'll put that in the comment box below, the link. First thing we're going to do today is chop up our onions and mushrooms. Now Big Daddy doesn't like them, so I'm going to chop the mushrooms large so that he can see them, so as not to pull them out of the pan. Now we're going to cook the mushrooms and onions. I'm just going to put some avocado oil in the pan. Now we're going to set the cooked mushrooms and onions aside and get our pork chops going. We're going to season the pork chops with salt and pepper on both sides, and I added some Uncle Chris's seasoning. Now that both sides of the pork chops are cooked, we're going to add in our pork gravy. I just put a splash of water in there because it called for 12 ounce. Mine was only 10, and I just wanted to thin it out a little bit, but you can just do the gravy. Now we're going to return the mushrooms and the onions, and then we're going to put the lid on and set the timer and let everything cook through. Now time's up. We're going to check the temperature of the pork chops to make sure they're done, and then we're going to add the sour cream into the sauce. Now just to warm up our collards and our potatoes, which they were already cooked, but I had to warm them up because we were waiting on the pork chops. So the first plate was Big Daddy's without the mushrooms. This is my plate with mushrooms. It had a fantastic flavor. The gravy was awesome. So were the pork chops, nice and tender. Now to use up my other pound of shrimp that was on sale. Today we're going to have a low country boil. I have shown this on my channel before. This is the Instant Pot version. I also have a crock pot version. First thing we're going to do is prepare everything, and I'm going to start with the shrimp that I have to peel and devein. Since you watched me peel and devein the last pound of shrimp, I won't put you through that again. We'll skip forward. Here it is all done. We're rinsing it off, and we're going to move on to our next ingredient, the potatoes. For this you can use baby red or baby gold. I didn't have either. I had regular red potatoes, so I just cut those up. I had way too many potatoes. You don't want to put that many in your Instant Pot starters, and I had some that wouldn't even fit. So we had mashed potatoes the next day. Now moving on to our sausage, you just want to cut that up. I got the corn out of the refrigerator. Mine's already in small pieces, but if you have large ears of corn, try to break those in half. They fit better. And now for our lemon, you want to cut that into eighths. Now I put a trivet in the bottom of the insert there, and I'm adding 2 cups of water. But I decided to use a steamer basket instead because the potatoes were falling through. So I changed that out. I still have the 2 cups of water in the bottom, and we're going to start with the potatoes and do our layering. I could have used half these potatoes. That's all you really need. I went overboard on those. Stop right there if you can see. The other problem with putting too many potatoes in is some of them didn't cook all the way this time, and it's the first time that's happened to me, and I can only think that it's because I put too many in there. So every step for your next ingredient, you're going to cover it with the seafood seasoning and some lemon. So I've done the potatoes, now I'm putting in the corn, and I'm going to repeat that. Some lemon and some seasoning. And you do that on every layer. And then on the very top, I'm going to put a 1/4 stick of butter. We'll get this in the Instant Pot, set it to seal, and pressure cook for 5 minutes. After that's up, you want to do a quick release, and then your dinner is served. If you haven't tried this one before, give it a try. It is fantastic. The first thing we're going to do today is cook our ground beef and our diced onions until done. Then drain and add your rest of the ingredients, which is our salsa, our taco seasoning, and you want to add the water that the package suggests, and then our diced red peppers. The recipe called for green. I didn't have green. Use any color you'd like. Mix those in and then cook this until the water evaporates. Now for our egg rolls. This was the first time I'd ever rolled egg rolls that I remember doing, so the first few were not so good, but I did get better and they were delicious. So you roll up the mixture and some cheese, then seal the end with a little water, and then you fry them I did 2 to 3 minutes per side, and this was 350 degrees. And then I just flipped them over halfway. I've just sped it up here. You can see they cooked real good. We had a big pan of egg rolls and I served it with salad. This was a delicious and easy dinner. I hope you give them a try. So today we're going to use one half of the pork loin I purchased on the food haul last Thursday. If you haven't watched it, I will link it below. And we're going to cook this in the Instant Pot. I seasoned the first side of this before I put it in the Instant Pot, and then I seasoned the second side while it was in there. And what you want to do, you're not cooking it through here, but you want to brown, all the sides. So I just keep rolling it around. While the pork loin's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and slice the onion. Now that I have it browned on all sides, I'm going to remove it from the Instant Pot. I'm going to add a little more olive oil and then the onions. Now the onions have cooked for a few minutes. I'm going to add in the garlic and a bay leaf and 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. It also called for rosemary, but I didn't have it, so I just omitted that. And we'll let this saute a little bit until it becomes, as in the directions, fragrant. Okay, now the bottom has become quite brown. We're going to add in our chicken broth and get that deglazed. Those bits make it so flavorful. It's simple to get them off. You just need a wooden spoon and just start scraping and they'll lift up. After we get that deglazed, we're going to go ahead and add the pork loin. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot this. The soy sauce. And now the pork loin. We're going to set the pressure to 8 minutes. Depending on the size of your pork chop, your natural release is going to be either 30 minutes or 45 minutes. So I did mine for 45 just to be sure it was done. Then we're going to make a slurry to thicken the gravy and mix that up. This gravy had so much flavor. It was fantastic. So was the pork loin. It was tender, juicy. I highly recommend this. Unfortunately, I forgot to take a picture of the finished plate, but you will see me slicing the pork loin up and plating it. I think I got so excited about how good it tasted, I forgot to take the picture, but I highly suggest trying this one. And it didn't take that long. I mean, it was the 45-minute natural release that took the longest. Otherwise, super simple. Your ingredients are coming up, and as always, directions will be on the website. The link to that blog is going to be in the comment box below. I hope you enjoyed those meals. I got to use up a lot of the foods that I got on sale. If you haven't seen last Thursday's super sale haul, be sure to check it out. I got some great deals, and I'm finding that shopping for food first that is on sale and then finding recipes is really working out much better for us, rather than what I did before is find recipes and then go buy the food, because it wasn't always on sale. So if you have made it to the end of my video, please be kind enough to leave a flower emoji. And due to the fact that next Sunday is Mother's Day, I want to wish you ladies that have mothers or are mothers a very happy Mother's Day. And I'll see you on Monday. Love you. Bye-bye.